Hi everyone. Today is Friday, March 4th. I'm going to try to get this journaling done at least for Monday or Tuesday. I got Monday done. I did that off camera. I finished this off camera, finished this off camera, and I did this one on camera. Still haven't added anything there. Don't know if I will. But anyways, and I have not done my March page. I have not done my February page. So, I just have not been in the mood. And I have to be in the mood or it just doesn't work. Okay, so I printed this off of Etsy. Is it Love Lynn's Life or something? I will link it below. I'll have to find it. But I just bought that off of Etsy. And then I bought these. There's 5 pages of these like quotes. I'll link it below as well. But some of them cut off. Well, they all did. I don't know why. I shouldn't have had to resize it. But I printed everything on sticker paper. So I can just cut them out and slap them down. So, until I run out of sticker paper. Right? Okay, so I had pulled this out the other day. I was going to put this down because I want to put some of my daughter's, these are some of her drawings that she has done on her iPad. That she got an iPad for Christmas for her drawing and stuff. So I thought I'd put that down and just, sprinkle these around. Maybe, I think that's what I want to do. I don't know. I just don't know. But I thought I would lay that down because it's got pink in it. So it kind of, matches the drawings. I'm just going to use some double-sided tape that I got from the Dollar Tree. And it's good tape. It really is. I've not had any problems with it. So, yeah. It's Friday. Tomorrow is my grandson's birthday party. He will be 2 on Monday the 7th. We're having his party tomorrow, and Mom just texted and said we're gonna do it at the park since it's supposed to be nice out. It's supposed to be like 60 degrees, 65 tomorrow. So that'll be nice. The little kids out of the house, because they probably got energy to burn. Right? So, let's see here. We get this backing off. One. Let's get the other. Come on. So, nothing's been going on here, I don't think. My sister's picking me up later. We're gonna do this thing at the county at the county fairgrounds. It's called Antlers and Anglers. So the place she works has a booth, and she wanted me to help her. So, because I'm not shy, I'll talk to anybody. And so we have a little game where they got to stick their hand in a little bag and guess the caliber of a bullet. Oh, my sister works at a place in Ashland. It's called Fin Feather Fur. And it's our tiny town's version of Cabela's. And the place is not tiny. He does have 5 stores. And he started it in a little block building. And he lived in there with his wife and his newborn son. No windows, no nothing. And he's divorced now, but he got it up to, I think he's got 5 stores now, but he has since retired, and it's an ESOP now where the employees own the company. And so they bought him out. He's retired out in Wyoming on a big ranch, and he's a millionaire. Got houses everywhere, and he's just a very humble and sweet man to have done this, you know, for his employees. And my sister, she's 100% vested, which means that when she retires, she will get her full benefits, which when she retires, she will have $500,000. So that's not bad. Doing a job that she absolutely loves. She's wanted to work there for many, many years. She's done his ads forever. And him and his first wife got divorced years ago because I think it was the IRS come in and told him he had to lock the doors. He was not allowed to conduct business because he was behind in his sales tax to the tune of about $900,000. So his wife did the books, and she kept her door locked. He took a sledgehammer to her door, or a sledgehammer or an axe, one of the two, and broke into her office, and the books were just terrible. She was carrying big garbage bags out the back door full of cash. And I mean, it just blows my mind, you know. I mean, it's crazy. But, you know, he had it paid in like 3 days. So that was, you know, a good thing for him and his employees and stuff. And so yeah, so my sister works there. That first wife said, there's over my dead body would my sister work there, because she was jealous of my sister, because my sister worked so closely with him when she did his ads, when she worked for the paper. So yeah, she didn't like my sister. I think it's funny, actually. But he's sold the business to his employees, and my sister will have a good chunk of money when she retires. So, which is good. But she's only, let's see, she turned 53 in September. You know, and then she'll still get her, you know, her Social Security also, and 401k. So, yeah, so she's doing pretty good. She will be, right? But, yep, I'm proud of her that, you know, especially now that she's single, because her husband's a douchebag. Ex-husband, let me rephrase that. Thank God he's ex-husband. Took her a while, but she figured it out. Wouldn't listen to me. I told her, but she would not listen. Shame on her. Oh, shoot. I didn't like him, and he knows I didn't like him. He didn't like me either, so hey, whatever. That's what I'm thinking, right? Where do we want to stick this one? And I don't mind overlapping them, so I probably should cut that blue off, but it kind of looks cool that way. But see, now that one's going the same way as that one, or should I just put it straight? And her teacher, this was her first that she did on her iPad when she got it, and she did it over Christmas break. And her graphics teacher's like, "What are you drawing?" And she showed it to him, and he's like, "Send that to me." So she did, and she goes to school the next day, and he had printed it out poster size. I'm like, oh my gosh, Emma, that's so cool. I said, now we need to get, you know, some frames so she can hang them, you know, in her room so they don't get ruined, because they are, you know, they're poster size pictures. They're pretty cool, actually. And, or we get her one of that big, huge portfolio briefcase things, whatever they are called, and put the portfolio, or put the pictures in there. I'd rather get them framed and hang them in her room for now, but she's so stinking talented. It just drives me crazy. That's all she does is draw. I said, I want to see your grades. Well, she got a letter from the Career Center, which she goes half day, and she made honor roll. She only does lab, and she only has like 2 classes out there, and they're related to her graphics designs. So I want to see the high school grade. She's got some B's, which I'm like, Emma, I know you can do better. She's just slacking. I'm not gonna push her, because then we'll just end up in a fight. And then, oh gosh, one time, a couple years ago, it was when the COVID started. I think it sort of, so that had been in 20. And, her grades were, just horrible. And as a lot of kids' grades were, because this was all something new, remote learning. Parents didn't know what they're doing. Teachers didn't know, and her grades were horrible. I mean, D's, C's and D's. And I was yelling at her, telling her, to get her grades up and stuff. Well, that little girl, young lady, she emailed her language arts teacher, I think at the time, or she told her teacher that her and her mom were fighting. Well, here comes the sheriff car in the driveway, and 2 sheriffs get out. And so I answered the door, and they want to talk to Emma. And all because she told her teacher we were fighting. We weren't fighting. I did not physically touch her. I was yelling at her. There's a big difference between yelling and fighting. But so yeah, so the sheriff's like, you've got to do your homework, so I'm like, I didn't lay a hand on her. So now if she does that again, I'm going to be in trouble, because my name's already on record that they had to come out here one time. And I told her, I said, her dad, my boyfriend, was so freaking pissed at her. Oh my gosh, it was funny. So I wanted to see her grades yesterday. They're A's and B's. I told her she can do better, but I'm not going to push her. It's like, whatever. Doesn't matter. As long as you graduate in high school. That's all that I'm worried about. I told her, I said, if you don't want to go to college, you don't have to go. I don't care, You don't have to go. And I know there's one student, he's a senior in the same class that she's taking out at the Career Center. And when he graduates, he has a job already designing album covers out west. And I'm like, well, that's kind of cool. So I'm not going to push her to go to college. I don't think she wants to, but I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. If she goes, she goes. If she doesn't, she doesn't, right? I didn't go, so I can't force her to go. I mean, she's a lot smarter than I ever was, but I'm not going to force her to go to college, because then she's not going to like it. She's going to do bad. So yeah, I'm sure y'all can relate. Because you probably have all been there with your kids, or, grandkids, whatever. I'm looking for a sticker book that I think has, like pens in it. So I think it's the only thing I have that has pens in it. I think it's this one. But are they still here? Or did I use them all already? I was going to put them on there. Where's it set? Put them on her page. On this. I'm going to put them on her page here. Right? Okay, more. Okay, these one. I got this set. They're same colors. So yeah, I get to see my little grandson tomorrow. I can't wait. I miss him. Last I saw him was on New Year's Eve during the day. We had gone down, my boyfriend and I, take down Christmas presents. And they didn't make it up for Christmas. So we took him down. And he was so funny. he saw me walking in with this bag and it had presents in it. So he was following me everywhere he was going. It was so funny. So cute. So cute. But it was, he's a sweetheart. He really is. He's going to have a little sister in June. That ought to be interesting. I think it will be. You know, he's only 2, so he hasn't been alone for, you know, very long. It's not like he's, well, my son was 17 when I had his sister. Oh, yeah. Crazy, I do believe. But he was fine. He's 17. He still was spoiled. It didn't matter. And he didn't care. I mean, it was his little baby sister. But, you know. Okay, that's enough. Pens and pencils and whatnot. That'll work. And then I'll just do some, you know, some journaling. Maybe I should put a little, like a little journaling card here. You know, something to write on instead of bumping up over this. Let's go into this book, Rainbow Basics by Kell of a Plan. And these are boxes and trackers and stuff. And I think we're going to use it. That's probably too big. Let's see. Is it too big? Even if we put it over. I'd have to cut down the pink on here. And have to line it up all the way to the edge. So anyway, I didn't finish the story with my sister, did I? We could do it that way. But that covers up the top one. So we're doing this thing. It's called Antlers and Anglers next weekend. And, she knows that I have no problem talking to people, so that's why she wants me to help her. I'll approach people and, you know. But we're doing a little game. It did cover up a little bit, doesn't it? I'm going to cut it off. Let's see, can we get it up? Can we get it up? I know what I'm going to do. Come on. But anyways, she has a little bag. Actually, it's a Royal Crown bag. I don't know where she got it. She told me, but I don't remember. And we're going to put, I think she said 6 bullets in there, different caliber. And the people have to pick one, put their hand in the bag and grab one and try to guess the caliber before they take it out. So, and then we have little, you know, prizes they can win and stuff. So, it'll be cool, I think. It was my idea. like, well, I said we could do that. Or I had suggested putting like a jar full of bullets, you know, guess how many is in the jar type game, you know. But she decided on the other one. Then we have little prizes to give away. Sign up to win a small safe. So, you know, they'll pick a winner. Let's see. Sign up, and that's 2 days. It's Saturday and Sunday next week, so it'll be fun. Get out of the house and see people for a change that, you know, aren't the norm for me. I haven't been out of the house. Oh gosh, I haven't been out of the house all week, I don't think. Which is fine by me. It's too crazy out there. Okay, this is not sticking down. Okay, little pressure, and I'm going to trim it again. There we go. Okay, so yeah, so she's going to come get me tonight. I just got to finish up a few things, and it'll be ready. So it'll be fun. We were supposed to do it. She asked me to help her do it in 2020. It got canceled because of COVID, obviously, because it's in March. So that was early on, like really early on. And then 21, it was canceled as well. So here we are. No, 20 and 21. Is that what I said? Yes. So here we are in 22, and we finally get to have it. So should be fun. They bring it, this one group brings in, because it's antlers and anglers, so obviously hunting and fishing. And the one year my sister said that somebody brought in like you could fish. I don't think it was real fish, but I could be wrong. But so you know, gives the kids something to do. They can fish. I think there was real fishing because she said there was water. I don't know what. Try out a new fishing pole. I don't know what the purpose of it was, but I guess I might find out next weekend, right? So we'll see. I just got out of the shower a while ago. My hair's wet, so I had to pull it up. It's driving me crazy. So anyway, I mean, my box is not straight, but I really don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not trying to win a prize with this journal at all. So this is my my Hobonichi Cousins A5, the Avec version, which is just a half a year. So I did the full year last year. I didn't finish it, but boy, was it a chunker. Oh my gosh. It was huge, huge. Okay, so there we go. And then I'll just journal, might stick something else here, because there was some, well, we could do, see there's some little hearts on here that I could use, or I could just find them in a sticker book, right? I think there was some in this one. Wait, that's not the one, this one. I think there's some in this one. This was one of the very first sticker books I bought, I do believe. And it's still got a lot in here. I haven't used much of it because I got it and I'm like, I shouldn't have got that one. But, oh well. I don't have very many heavy planner sticker books. I don't know why, I just don't. They're so expensive, for one, and their prices went up, like fall of last year or winter or something. But the new releases were really cute, but it'd be a while before I get any. I need to get a job. That's what my boyfriend keeps telling me. But I feel like freaking dog crap. I do. This chemo pill, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I want to quit taking it. My joints are sore all the time. I hallucinate. Oh my gosh, do I hallucinate? Oh, it's so funny though, because I remember, you know, in the morning, and I can tell people what I hallucinated about. Let's see, what was going on last time I hallucinated? The best one though was when I fell out of bed trying to get away from what I was hallucinating about. There were spiders and lizards in my bed, and there was a black cat had its nose pressed right up against my nose. We don't have a cat. I have a dog, but not a cat. It wasn't the dog. And I was like whipping my blanket, you know, to get the spiders and lizards off of it. And so they got off, and then I'm sitting there in bed, and here comes this big, huge black spider. It was like a foot long, and I threw my blanket, and I fell out of bed trying to get away from it, hit my head on my bookcase. Oh, I said, you guys didn't hear that thump? I fell out of bed trying to get away. My recent one was a huge centipede, and I couldn't get it off my pillow. I get up in the morning because I hallucinate. I remember doing it. I remember being up and flinging my blankets and stuff because they're a mess. And then I can hear music playing. I can see spiders crawling on the ceiling. Oh, goodness. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, if this is what people do, if this is what people feel like when they take drugs, meth, opioids, whatever, I can't imagine, because I think this is freaking bizarre, as it is with just me, and it's just crazy. It's crazy funny, actually. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's funny. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, let's see. Back to this. Oh, I printed this out too. You know who that is, Audrey Hepburn, right? She's just absolutely gorgeous. I printed that out, so I'm going to stick this on my page here somewhere. But I'm going to put some scrap paper behind her or something, Let's see what I got in these these are from years ago, from Creative Memories. Journaling cards. I probably don't have anything that's Tiffany blue. Okay, nothing there. Let's go. I'm just digging through stuff. I was looking for collage, whatever. And I found all this scrapbook paper yesterday that I have it cut up. And so I'm like, oh, I can use that in my journal. So this is where I found this piece for my daughters. It's like, I got this stuff, I might as well use it, right? There's no sense in having it if you're not going to use it. I kind of like that one. And I'm trying to, coordinate it with that, which I do believe this is all from the same paper pad. But as you can see, I have it all cut up. What was that one? What was this one? That's kind of crazy. This flower here, I cut it out of one of these. Actually, I did that yesterday. So I was going to make my own stickers. I'm like, nah. I can only do this for so long. My ADD kicks in and then I don't. Oh, it's crazy. Oh, then, see, there's those flowers. Wrong color, but you see the pattern. Then, she used to be my stepdaughter. She's my son's older sister. And she was going through breast cancer. She had her right breast removed on the 15th of 15th of February. She had it removed, and they removed some lymph nodes, and then they noticed that there was some more lymph nodes further in that looked suspicious. Well, they didn't have time to get the report back from pathology because they had her opened for so long they needed to close her up. And so she's having surgery March 11th to go back in there and check it out. And what happened was she got cancer other places while going through chemotherapy. I didn't think that was possible, but evidently it is. I never knew that. And it's just, it sucks. It just freaking sucks. She just got married maybe 2 years ago, and she got married in March of 20. So I was like, this is just, she doesn't know what to say. She doesn't know what to, you know, I mean, I just don't know. I mean, I feel bad for her. I really do. I'm dreading that day that I go, you know, and they have, you know, you got cancer again, Pam. Spread to this, this, and this, you know. It's like, oh, great. Just what I wanted to hear today, you know. But, so, yeah. But, I just don't know what to say to her. I do know that during your lifetime, you can only get so much of each kind of chemo. So she did the same regimen that I did, which was the Red Devil and the Taxol. And Red Devil is a very aggressive chemo because you only do 4 doses of it every other week. Well, I ended up 3 weeks in between all in between my Red Devil. I was 3 weeks in between, because the first time I ended up in emergency room, I call it the crud, and they think I'm talking the flu, and I'm like, no, I do not have flu symptoms. I just have the crud. I feel like freaking dog crap. And so they, you know, ran every test possible. You know, they got charged the insurance company for this, that, and whatever. Everybody's lunch and dinner, I guess. And they did a flu test on me, and they shoved it way up in my nose. And I was kicking and screaming, and my daughter, she didn't know what, she was crying. So they sent me home with an antibiotic, and then I had to wait to get my next chemo. That was the first chemo. Then the second one, I ended up back in the emergency room because I was neutropenic, which meant I had no immune system whatsoever. My Neulasta didn't help. And so I was, you know, and I could have caught anything. Well, they come in, they wanted to give me another flu test. I said, absolutely freaking no. I said, I don't have the flu. Well, we need to do the test. You're not touching me. I'm denying the flu test because the last person that did it to me here in this emergency room was actually a bitch. She was not gentle about it whatsoever. Made my daughter cry. So, no, I'm not doing it again. And I think back, I'm like, oh my gosh, I made Emma go through that flu test when she was little. Flu was really bad around here a few years ago. And yeah, I'm like, oh my God, I'll never do that to her again. Ever. It's like, oh my gosh. So they didn't do that. Well, then I ended up back in the emergency room. Then again, I had to go see a heart doctor, a cardiologist, because I had an echo before I start chemo, and then they do one late into your chemo because they want a starting point. That was the first one, and then they look to make sure it's not damaging your heart in any way. So then by the time I get back home, my boyfriend goes back to work, my cardiologist's office is calling me, telling me that I need to go to the emergency room now. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what's going on? I mean, what would you think, you know? So I go back up to the emergency room. My lactic acid was on, whatever that is. It was high. First they thought sepsis, then they did, mine was like a 2.5 or something, and it has to be lower than 1. I don't know. I didn't listen to I felt fine, but they didn't. So they just pumped me full of fluids. That's all they did for it, which, and fluids is just saline. That's all they were doing. I don't understand how that cures anything, or, you know, whatever. But anyways, I don't know. What do I know? Absolutely nothing, right? But, so yeah, my poor ex-stepdaughter, I just worry about her every day. Well, and then when she found out she had cancer, her mom was battling it too, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? That is just crazy. Samantha, my ex-daughter-in-law, she was negative for the BRCA1 and BRCA2, so she didn't have a gene mutation, you know, from her mother. And they have different types of cancer. So, I don't know. Oh, then there's my cousin. She's the youngest of us cousins. And she had sarcoma. It had, we were doing about the same time. Me and her were going through everything about the same time. And, I think I'm probably the healthiest out of all of us. Oh, goodness gracious. But so she's going through that. Well, she did radiation first, then she did chemo, and then they did surgery, and then there was a tumor in her lung, and it collapsed her lung because the tumor was producing fluid. And, well, they removed a spot on her lung before all this. Then, they, you know, on different tests and stuff, they found that one in her lung then. And, so she had to have more chemo. And then she had to have, I think she did more radiation as well. But they can't do surgery because the tumor is right next to her heart and her aorta. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? This is not right. It should not be like this. So now she's on a chemo pill as well. She's probably on something way different than I am. But she feels better because she's not getting, you know, the infusions. The pills usually aren't as aggressive. Well, anyways, her husband, he's one of those ones that hard to hold down a job. But he's a great person, you know. Well, his resume came across my boyfriend's desk a couple weeks ago. My boyfriend just lost a driver, quit. So he's like, he brought home the resumes and goes, see if you know who that person was, the first one, if you know that person. I'm like, yes, that's my cousin's husband. And he's like, well, this came across my desk today. And I'm like, well, I said, my brother got him a job, my ex-husband got him a job, and, you know, he didn't stick around too long at these jobs. So I'm like, that's your choice. I'm not going to tell you yes or no to hire. But my cousin has been working through all this because she carries the insurance, the health insurance. They had 2 kids. The oldest is gone. He lives in Arkansas. And then the youngest, their daughter, she's a senior this year, so she'll graduate this year. But it's like my cousin, she goes, I can't quit. I have to work. I have the insurance. So I'm like, okay, if we get Robert, her husband, this job, maybe she can quit, you know, and start to get better, not have to freaking go to work, because my boyfriend, where he works, it's actually owned by the Japanese. So it's a global multi-billion-dollar company that sells gases, like sells propane, oxygen, acetylene, just anything that like businesses use to build things. They have medical oxygen, just gases is what they deal with. And then some have retail, like welding supply stuff, which my boyfriend's store has the welding supply. So he's the manager of his site, and it would be a great place for him to work. But, you know, and I'm hoping that my cousin, you know, could quit her job then and just, I think she needs to rest, honestly. I think that's what she needs. And she can't. She's got to go to work. So Oh, goodness. So, hopefully my boyfriend can get him hired and let my cousin can just, quit working. I would really like that. I would like that to happen. Whether it does or not, I don't know, but we'll see. So, but, it's this big global company, so it takes forever to get hired. Yeah, it's not like you walk in, oh, when can you start? Today, and you can start. No, that doesn't happen nowadays. Okay, that's way too light. Let's use this dark gray Tombow. I need some, I got my daughter's watercolors, but I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I just don't like watercolors or what, I don't know, but I need to find me something that I can use on my pages, to give it some background color. They look better, I guess, with some color, on the whole page or just in areas. Or I just stick down a bunch of stickers if I've got nothing to say that day, which that happens a lot, which nobody would believe it because I constantly talk all the time. I don't shut up. Oh, we do a lot of hot rodding. We have, they're all Model A's. They're from the 1930s. We have a Model A sedan, which has back seat. It's only a 2-door though. And then we have a Model A coupe, which that's mine. My dad bought it, and so it's still in the family. We have a Model A truck. We have a Model A Roadster. The Roadster has no top on it, no roof. We did make one, but it comes off. It's not a convertible, it's metal. But anyways, there's I think it's the Tin Militia Car Club. They do a show type thing. It's called the Bourbon Blitz Creek Run, and it goes down to Kentucky, and you tour distilleries, because that's where all the distilleries are for whiskey, bourbon, all kinds of stuff, which I've been to quite a few of them. But anyways, they had their sign up. They only take 120 people because they have negotiated with some of these distilleries and to do tours, so they have to set a limit. So my boyfriend signed up and everything, and there was only like 20 spots left, like that, after an hour. And my daughter didn't want to go, and I'm like, oh, well, you didn't ask me, I guess I can't go either then, huh? Well, then he calls me yesterday and he goes, do you want to go? There's still spots left. So I guess I'm going on the Bourbon Blitz Creek Run. That's Labor Day weekend. So I've never done this. And a bunch of our friends go. So it'll be fun. As of now, I'm going. So, but then he couldn't get another room. All the rooms were booked at the hotel. It's, Labor Day weekend, so you're not gonna, you got people traveling. It's like the first holiday weekend of the summer is the way I look at it, and Labor Day is the last one of the summer. But he booked a room and he was rooming with, I call him Grandpa. He's our oldest hot rodder that they hang out with, and he couldn't get another room. They were all gone. So he called the guy, talked to him, and because he had a room with 2 queen beds, whatever, no big deal. He told Gary, that's the guy's name, that I was going, and that he couldn't get another room, making sure it was okay that, us 3 were in a room. He goes, as long as she's okay with me sleeping commando. And he's like, hell, she wants to run around naked in the room, I have no problem with it. I'm like, oh my Lord, it's gonna be a fun weekend. Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah, it'll be interesting. Yesterday I put a post on my Facebook. It said something about and here I am waking up on another morning and nobody is greeting me. Good morning, Your Royal Highness. Here's your coffee. Oh, my boyfriend, he goes, well, if you buy a castle with a big garage, I'll bring you your coffee. Oh, it was funny. And the comments were funny. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Oh, crazy. We have fun, though. That's all that matters. Gotta enjoy life. Have fun. Meet new people. And see, we've gone through, me and my boyfriend, we've been together like 30 years. And we've gone through, let's see, what was the first stage? First stage when we started seeing each other was muscle cars. He had the Shelby Mustangs, if you know what those are. He had those. We went through like Mustangs, old Mustangs. We went through 4 Shelbys, a few Mustangs, a Celine, just whatever. Then, he wishes he still had them, because those are like $250,000 cars now to the right person. Because I could retire. And, then we got into the Harley Davidsons and was out riding all the time. I still have my Harley leather coat with the fringe and everything. I still have it. Probably don't fit me anymore. It was a long time ago. So then we got into the Harleys. We went through probably 3 or 4 Harleys. Then we were doing pop machines, old pop machines where you got the little glass bottles. And pedal cars and neon and old porcelain signs that were gas related and stuff. And then he started building a hot rod, and we haven't looked back. It's so much fun. So much fun. So yeah, our hot rod season usually starts in May out at the local career center where my daughter goes for half day. They do a car show, so the auto body class does. So that's our first car show of the year, and that's not too far away, actually. But yeah, you know, we ain't getting much done, people. I'm talking way too much. My throat's getting dry. May your day be filled with cake. I made cupcakes. I made cupcakes last night. Well, first I made muffins. I want some cinnamon muffins during the day. Then, my boyfriend, we had dinner. Then he goes and gets my daughter, and they come in my room. And they're like, where's the cupcakes? We don't want muffins. We want cupcakes. I'm like, oh, I forgot. We bought icing at the store the other day. And he doesn't like the cinnamon muffins. So I made cupcakes. Well, I didn't read the directions because it said it made 24 cupcakes. Well, I only made 12, so they were freaking humongous. Humongous! I'm like, well, I guess as long as they're done, it just doesn't really matter, I guess, right? So, yeah, that was quite funny. He wanted cupcakes. He didn't want damn muffins. Oh, he's something else. Something else he is. Never a dull moment, that's for darn sure. Picks on our daughter. Oh my gosh. Picks on her. She gets so mad. Because I only do it because she don't have no brothers here anymore. Because he's got 2 sons and I have 1. And then there's her. And even my nephew was out here all the time when he was little. We had a house full of boys in the basement. As long as all of them came up alive for dinner and breakfast the next day, we were doing good. That's what I think, right? So, that's what I think. This says, if you steal my thunder, I'll rain on your parade. Oh, yeah. I think so. I love little quotes, funny ones. I love funny, comical quotes. The ones that are all serious. Whatever. Life's too short to be so serious all the time is what I think. Either you have it or, yeah, you have it. I like that one too. I'm not acting like a diva. I am a diva. I'm not a diva. Then, in October of last year, my boyfriend lost his best friend to COVID, which really freaking sucks. He's 60 years old, and he wouldn't listen and go to the doctor. By the time he went to the doctor, it was too late. But anyways, he passed away in October, and where we do our car show is on his property, his business's property. So, one of the guys' girlfriend needed sponsor paperwork for the show for this year, and Jim's like, well, we don't even know if we're having a show because, one, we haven't talked to the wife to see if it's okay that, you know, that we can do a show. And he's like, and two, I don't know if I want to do any more shows because was it in January? January 20th, another hot rodder in the club passed away. But he had heart bypass surgery in January of 17. And since then, he has had a lot of health issues. You know, it was just a matter of time. They really couldn't do anything for him. So anyway, so he passed away in October. So that's two guys, and so my boyfriend doesn't even know if he wants to do it anymore. Which I understand, you know. He's got a lot of heartache there that he just doesn't know, which, what do? You know? I mean, a lot of people might be upset, but it is what it is. And see, my boyfriend is the one that has the following. Everybody knows my boyfriend in the hot rod community. It seems like they're like, gosh, are you retired? Because you're freaking everywhere. He's like, no, I work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, 8 to 4:30. But he's got like 4 weeks vacation. So, you know, he'll take off a Friday and a Monday. And, you know, just seems like he doesn't work because he's always at all these shows. He doesn't do just local. He drives all the way to Wisconsin and back and down south and back, you know. So, yeah, they all think he's retired and whatnot. But he wishes he was. He's got to work 3 more years, he says. So, but anyways, this is where we got today. So we got that page done other than my journaling. And I'll do some journaling there. And then I got these started. I really like these numbers. They're cute. I like them. And I could color them if I wanted. You know. And yeah, I don't know what's happening on Friday. Well, I'm going to my sister's. So, but there, we made headway, right? We had a great conversation. We made headway. Oh, goodness. But yeah, we're still waiting. If we get a phone call saying that he has to go back over. So he joined, and after he got done with basic training and his other training that he had to do for he's a drone mechanic. He had to have like 17 weeks of training. Well, then they moved, their oldest son was born in October. They moved 3 years ago. He's 3? Yeah. They moved down to Fort Campbell in October, November, and he was shipped out in January and over to Iraq back then. So hopefully we don't get a call saying that they're shipping him out, because they are shipping out units from Fort Campbell. They did the other day. So as of now, nothing. So thank God, because I can't deal with that. Anyways, I think we got y'all caught up on what's going on with me. We'll probably see you back here on Monday, okay? Everybody had a great weekend, and thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.